If you think the thing stopping you from being likable and popular is that you're an introvert, I'm here to tell you that you're wrong. Because I am an introvert, and yet I was the popular kid in university. I have a great friend group right now, and I continuously go and present in front of groups, sometimes as large as hundreds of people. And in the next few minutes, I want to break down this misconception that you probably have about your own introversion so that you can break past it and have the amazing and fun and rich and fulfilling life you deserve to have. So, to start us off, introversion and extroversion have nothing to do with your social skills. All they are labels that represent where you get your energy. An introvert gets their energy, they feel more refreshed when they are not around people. And an extrovert is the opposite. They get their energy, they feel more refreshed when they are around people. Nothing to do with your social skills, nothing to do with how people like you. But the thing that confuses people is that because extroverts are more likely to be around people because they get fueled by being around people, they have gotten more natural practice interacting with people, cracking jokes, telling stories, doing all these social things. So they've practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced very subtly throughout their childhood, their teenage years, their life. And now their social baseline is going to be a lot more than an introvert's social baseline, because an introvert did a lot of staying home and reading books. And that's okay, by the way, but it is different and it lacks the practice that you might need to increase your likability and increase your social skills. And I'm here to tell you that is actually a good thing. Being an introvert is not some sort of genetic curse that you're just stuck with. What it means is you just need to practice now in order to catch up, right? In order to get those social skills. And now that you're doing it as an adult, you can approach it with a level of thinking and critique and reflection that is going to get you to level up so much faster. And that's exactly what my last video was about. So if you want to learn more about that, check that out. But what this means is you have a golden opportunity. You can change. So right now, if you aren't able to get people to like you, or you have a fear of being in social situations, that's probably not introversion. You're probably just shy, uncomfortable, and you lack practice. And the one way to get rid of all of those things is to just do more of it, to just put yourself in more social situations. Now, I want to give you a little story, a little example to showcase this, right? So remember when you were a kid and you were learning to ride a bike, right? Imagine how uncomfortable and scary and wobbly that ride was when you were first learning, your first ever attempt at riding the bike. It probably felt terrifying. You probably felt at one point as a kid that you were going to die, right? But the thing is, you weren't, right? You just felt super uncomfortable in that situation. But after the first ride, and after the second, and the third, and the fourth, that feeling started to fade, and your skills started to increase. To eventually the point where you felt completely comfortable doing it. And if you continued to ride that bike, you probably feel comfortable to do it without hands, or you don't even think about doing it while you're riding. And that is the same type of thing we're trying to accomplish with our social skills, right? In these social moments, you are going to feel uncomfortable. And that's just because you haven't done it that much. But I promise you, if you do it more, you do it 1 time, 2 times, 5, 10, 20, it's going to get better and better with every single practice, with every single repetition, until you feel more comfortable about it. But not all practice is made equally, right? So you probably have a lot of people in your life, family members, friends, whatever it might be, who you can talk to and interact with and have no nervousness about. I'm not talking about practicing with them, right? I'm talking about going out in settings where you feel nervous, where you feel scared, uncomfortable. You get your hands start to shake. You feel that feeling, that butterflies in your stomach. Those are the moments you want to get used to and comfortable in. And every time you feel that feeling, right? Whatever it is for you, whether it's making eye contact with a stranger, whether it's saying hi, whether it's chatting to the cute girl, whatever it is, that is when you need to confront it and do the thing you're scared of. And as you get better at confronting that fear, at overcoming it, that fear is going to start subsiding until before you realize it, you're doing things that you were previously scared of a month ago by second nature. And personally, that is exactly how I got better at my social skills. I went through a period of making eye contact with people, then complimenting people, then starting conversation with strangers, until eventually I kind of laddered up until I did my first public speaking competition. And that kind of got me over a lot of my fears very quickly. But throughout each of those steps, it all felt pretty scary, right? Even I look back on it, making eye contact felt super uncomfortable and nervous with a stranger. It really wasn't, right? It was more in my head and in my lack of practice until I got better. And now I just do it by second nature and I'm okay with it. And in fact, when I look at people nowadays, just naturally, I see them feel the uncomfortability that I felt before. So it's a really interesting feeling. So I want to give you a really clear challenge. The next time you feel that nervousness, that uncomfortability when you're in a social situation, I want you to think about it. I want you to identify what is it that I am scared of right now. Is it talking to this person? Is it speaking up? Is it making a joke? Is it approaching that cute stranger? Whatever it is, identify it, think about it, and then confront it. Go towards that fear. Approach the girl. Say the joke. Go in front of the crowd. Raise your hand in class. Whatever it is. Because I promise you, if you do that, it is going to help you kill that fear little bit, piece by piece, until you no longer have it in your life. Being an introvert is not a curse. It does not mean you have to be stuck with your social skills and likability and popularity. All it means is you have to practice more to get better. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have an amazing day, and above all else, I hope you keep connecting. Take care and good luck.